You are now live on Channel 8 and YouTube.
Where did I hide it? Can I borrow that for 1 second? Oh, I want to. I got mine here. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. You got it.
Will you
Oh,
accept
you
the
ready?
motion?
Oh,
No, Mr. Andrews, would you like to open the meeting?
okay, this is the meeting of the Templeton Conservation Commission and Monday, March 18, 2024, 6:30 p.m. in the conference room, Town Hall, 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton, Mass. 01438. Okay, first we have the review of the meeting minutes for
Mr.
2/12/24.
Andrews, if you wouldn't mind, would you, before you do the minutes, would you like to introduce your newest conservation member?
Oh, yeah. Hi, for those of you who do not know, this is Trevor. What's your last name?
Fletcher.
Fletcher, there you go, he only lives up down the other side.
Mhm.
And he's our newest member. And he's all set.
He's a lifelong resident and a local engineer, and we are very happy to have him. So thank you, Trevor.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Andrews. You can do the review of the minutes now. Absolutely.
Okay, so we have the review of the meeting from 2/12/24. Are there any additions, deletions, any questions? Or may we accept it as written?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, I'll second the motion. Okay.
Any discussion?
Whereas Mr. Trevor was not here, he will not be able to accept his, do anything, so people know on this one. Okay, so all those in favor? Dave? Aye. Chris?
Aye.
And myself.
And
And I abstain.
thank you.
Okay. Number 2, it is 6:33. Minor modification request for Queen Lake Road. Notice of intent OOC 3040368 submitted by Dillis and Roy.
Yeah, and this evening we have Greg Roy here of Dillis and Roy to present the request to represent the applicant, Carol Ackerman. You guys can see in your packets, he'll explain that as requested, he submitted the revisions to DCR and got an amended decision stating that the structure use activity identified on page 1 is not prohibited. Also, for public record, a site walk did occur between the applicant, engineer, and commission on February 27th. Per that site walk, a few points that the commission had that should be noted for the record that I know that Mr. Roy will address is that the commission wanted to see the debris from the demolition of the pole barn properly removed from the site and to not infiltrate the wetlands. They also requested that the existing debris of rusty metal, tires, and the alike trash, which is on the Phillipston Road side, will all be properly removed. That any boulders or large rocks that are excavated shall be used as wetland delineation line on the northwest wetland boundary. And that on the southeast wetland line, erosion control should consist of trench silt fences and straw wattles where the gradient is steepest, and that all other locations can use straw wattles only. Did I encapsulate that visit correctly? Very good. If there's anything else you would like to add to the commission, now is your time.
No, I think that sums it up. Matter of fact, you kind of stole my
Did I?
thunder.
Didn't
No,
want to miss anything. Greg.
I submitted plans today, which really just had a couple of two
Yep.
plan changes. One was to delineate on the plan the area of debris that was just mentioned. So we formalized the debris area and put a note on the plan that that's to be removed just to avoid any ambiguity. Certainly happy to accept that as a condition as well. And then also I modified as we talked about the wattles in the field, we modified our erosion control detail on the second sheet to reflect that. So happy to use accepts conditions relative to all those things. But that was our plan modifications. And then the other thing I submitted, as mentioned, was the updated DCR decision, which was hot off the press just today. We got that from DCR. So I had to call them and ask them for it politely. So, I
Sounds like
think
we're on
that's
the
all.
same page.
yeah, I think we're, and that was it. Just those things. Certainly everything that was mentioned, by Jessica just now, we agreed to, I think that was a correct, that was our recollection as well. And we certainly don't have any, qualms about accepting any of those as conditions of the modification.
All right. Is there any questions by the board members of the drawing and what he wants to do? Or changes that they have made? Okay, all those. I hear nobody saying anything, so
I can make a motion.
make a can I have someone make a
I
motion?
would make a motion that we accept the minor modifications with those conditions just said. With the understanding that what we saw and was demonstrated on site was that these minor modifications are actually putting us farther away from the wetlands. So
Correct. Yep.
I'll second the motion.
And I will also agree.
Any discussion?
Any discussion?
Hearing none. How do you vote, Dave?
Aye.
George?
Aye.
Christoph?
Aye.
Trevor?
And I'll abstain.
Oh, you made his first vote.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now you can do something.
I appreciate your time.
Copy for you.
Okay, great.
The conditions.
Perfect.
Talked about.
Oh, awesome.
So you have a
Thank you.
record of
Yep.
it. too.
That is great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Very well.
I appreciate everybody. Have a good one.
Take care.
Gentlemen, I'll take all the plans and stuff back. You don't have to hold on to those.
Oh, that's gonna be that. Oh, that's fine. No, not that. I wanna-
You have the other red.
Your check lines as I go on.
That one.
Okay, so this concert closes at 6:38 PM.
Hot ones.
Next one is forest cutting plans, received
Oh.
one.
Hi, agent updates. So, the forest cutting plan that we received a while ago for Route 2A Happy Trails, that is the old campsite. I called the state forester today and asked for an update on it, and he said that it is wrapping up and he plans to visit the site soon. That's the one that used to be Peaceful Pine.
Beautiful vines.
Yep. He said that that one's wrapping up and he should be planning to visit the site soon.
I mean, it used to be Peaceful Pines, Peaceful.
It got sold and it's called Happy Trails now.
Oh,
Oh, is that what it's called now? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know where Happy
Yep.
Trails was.
Yep.
Okay.
And the other forest cutting plan that we received for Patriots Road, it's a non-frontage parcel behind the campground owned by the Marians. I called the state forester about that one today too. He says that that one got wrapped up with the other one because they actually use the campsite as the access to get to the forest cutting plan back there. So he plans to go out and see those soon. So we should have finished ones of those, but those are in process. And then the last update I have for you is that there was a RDA that was heard by the board for 31 Patriots Road. It was appealed and sent to Mass DEP of Worcester. They will be holding an on-site meeting for this March 25th.
March 25th.
March 25th. At 2:30 PM.
At 2:30?
Yep,
That's that one where you guys went down.
that's the one on the frontage down if you're heading towards Gardner on the left. The one that wanted the addition.
The one that they had to fill it back.
Yep.
so what is she appealing? Our decision,
Yes,
which all we were asking you to do is to get to file the whatever it's
yep.
called.
So they're just gonna appeal it and it's in Mass DEP's
So
hands.
we no longer have anything to do with it.
So that we don't even go to the meeting.
No, actually, the email I got, we were invited to the meeting.
So we
Good.
can choose to or not, but if If
Correct.
not, then
Yeah.
the Mass DEP just makes a decision.
Based off of
Whether-
whoever goes,
Whether
correct.
whether
Yep.
our decision was right or wrong, they'll trump it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
You know, we wanted them to see the site conditions and they're gonna do that. So they have that site walk plan. Okay. Speaking of that and site walks,
You got that one over on Pond Street.
what is your guys' best times for site visits? Cause I feel like I'm just kind of like making them willy-nilly and I want to know what like kind of like best for you guys. Mornings, afternoons, Tuesdays, I don't know.
Mm.
Does anybody have an
For
opinion?
me, I have an opinion, Tuesday through Thursday,
Okay,
during like business hours is the best for me personally.
okay. I appreciate that. George, any opinion from you?
No, but no special time.
You're flexible?
I'm very flexible.
I appreciate I appreciate that. Dave, you're flexible too? And Trevor?
Unless I'm down in Milford.
I know, then, yeah,
I mean, I start work at 7, so you probably don't want to get, so but I leave at 5, so usually later in the day, I can squeak off a little bit early, so
okay,
it's not a huge deal.
okay. Okay. All right, I appreciate that. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, I want to get you guys all there, but we all have different schedules. I'm available Monday through Thursdays from 9 AM to 2:30, so I'm kind of like Christoph's schedule. I think we're probably in line business hours for that, so that doesn't mean that I can't plan one for you later in the day when you're off. But we'll figure that out. All right, I'm all set. Mr. Andrews, if you want to do
Alright,
what,
when's that other sidewalk being done? We haven't done yet.
for what?
Out there on, beside me.
Oh, the sewer pipe? It doesn't have a Mass DEP number yet, and that topic is on the April meeting, so we really weren't
So
rushing for a
it's
sidewalk.
Still in the future.
Yep.
That's all I wanna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm good. If you guys want to do chair member comments?
Okay, is there anything anybody wants to talk about?
Nothing.
Anything special?
Welcome, Trevor,
Yep.
joining our band of
Yeah.
conservation guys.
Oh, I did find out today from the building inspector, you know, we talked about Amanda and with her address in town.
Mhm.
Legally, she can stay on, she could have stayed on the board
Mhm.
because there is nothing in town saying that the person on conservation has to be from in town because we're on the DEP.
Mm. Because we follow Wetlands Protection Act. We don't follow Templeton bylaws.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I will look into that. That's good information.
I did not know that,
Okay.
but,
Probably just has to have a vested interest in the town. I've heard that for other boards too.
yeah, cause he.
Plus,
explained that-
she owns property in town.
And she owns property
Yeah.
too, but, she didn't even have to own property in town. As
Yeah.
long as, she just wanted to be on the board, she could have been on the board.
Okay. Well, I'll look into that. That's good information, George. Thank you.
Okay, yeah,
Very good.
I'm glad I talked to the building.
Yeah.
inspector today.
Cool. Thank you. Anything, Christoph,
You got anything else?
Dave, Trevor?
Nothing.
All right, our next meeting is Monday, April 8th at 2:30 PM. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Holiday. It's the following week.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none? How do you vote?
Aye.